Buddy, it's Lyle, and I'm just going to be introducing you into this little series I'm going to be doing on the YouTube channel over the next couple of weeks. Well, hopefully till autumn, because that's when the field trials start. And it is, like I just said, field trials. And I'm just going to be, in this first sort of episode, talking about what field trials are and what your dog's expected to do. So to start with, your dogs must be pedigree and they have to be registered with the Kennel Club, and they must be registered as a gun dog in one of 4 categories. So the 4 categories are retriever, spaniel, hunt, point and retrieve, pointer and setter. So with Ollie, we'll be going for the spaniel because obviously he's a spaniel. And on the day when we go to the field trial, we'll be required to have a slip lead, whistle, and dummies and balls. A lot of people say the best time to start is 8 weeks old to 8 months old. I think personally you can start at any age, any dog will still learn. But Ollie's 7 months old, so we are, if you're looking at the best time to start, he is coming towards the end of it. However, you can just start at any age. If you've got a good dog, more likely than not, they will perform quite well if you put the time in. Anyway, most of the field trials are in autumn or winter. So, like I said, that's when we're going to aim to get Ollie to his first ever field trial. We'll just start by talking really about what the spaniels will be judged on. So the first one is, does the dog quarter the ground? Does the dog hunt for game? Is the dog flushing steadily? Does the dog retrieve? Obviously 4 very simple categories, and that's sort of what the judges will be looking for. The tests will specifically assess the retrieving and game finding ability of the dog and good directional control. But my focus personally with Ollie is to get him very well controlled. That's a big one for me. All my dogs, I like them to be under control at all times if I can. My second aim with Ollie is to get him from A to B as fast as possible. Bring the game back and do it on command, because if you do not do it on command in the field trials, you'll be given 0 points, and that's pretty much the end of your day. You may as well pack up and go home. So what will I be focusing on this series? Well, there's 2 types of training I'd like to do. The first one is basic training, the second one is advanced training. In the basic training section, I'll be focusing on walking on a lead, sitting and stopping on command, stopping to a whistle, sitting and staying, recall to a whistle, retrieving, steadiness to a thrown dummy from a sitting position and then on the move, walking to a heel. Now they're all fairly simple. Most dogs that go on the shoot should be able to do this with a couple of exceptions. However, we are dealing with a young puppy who hasn't had much work done with him, so he's going to have to learn all this in the series. The second thing is the advanced training. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult, and if I could get Ollie to do maybe 5 or 6 of these, I would be happy. But obviously we want him to perform the best he can. So to start with, we've got the steadiness to flush and moving game, handling game, shyness to gunfire bangs, drop-in to shot marking, directional handling, jumping fences and walls, swimming and water work, laying retrieving lines, simulating running game. So these are all a lot more difficult to get a dog to achieve. These will take a lot more time than the first ones, but we've got to build off the basic training to get the advanced training to work. And lastly, really, I just wanted to explain why I'm doing this with Ollie and not maybe with Winnie or Oz, who've already had the training and they're already sort of ideal to go and do these trials. And all it comes down to really is just Aussie and Winnie, they're not pedigree dogs, they're Sprocker Spaniels, and that means that they can't compete in the events, which is a shame because I would have liked to have done it, but unfortunately it just never worked that way, so that's just how it is, I suppose. But anyway, thank you, and keep a lookout for the next videos because I'm excited for this series and I really do look forward to seeing how he does. So thank you.